In the movies, it's hard for a sequel to live up to the original, but if 2013's edition of Athens versus Tri-Valley was the original, anything remotely close to that game this year would make for an unforgettable sequel. The Division III Region 9 semifinal was so anticipated. We needed two reporters, Anthony Bacco and Ali Dosman, to help break things down. Guys, after this past year, I think it's safe to say that we were all hoping that this game might happen, especially with another trip to the regional finals on the line.
That's right, Nathan. Like you said, this game was the game of the year for us a year ago, so you know it was going to be a strong matchup. It was the top offense versus the top defense.
You know, Tri-Valley has allowed only 34 points this year. Athens, they're averaging over 60 a game. Tri-Valley has 26 turnovers. Athens has only thrown one interception. And here we have the coin toss where the captains are making their way to the middle of the field to relive the hype from last year's game of the year.
And Trey Williams is going to start us off. He was running all over the place on these first couple drives. You could tell head coach Ryan Adams knew it because they continued to ground and pound that ball. He gained 15 yards on that one, and Burrow's going to get some running down on the field there too. 20-yard scramble. Tri-Valley's coach said this week that they were worried about containing the quarterback, and you could tell on that opening set of drives. And here's Trey Williams on 3rd and 7 with an 18-yard rush. Touchdown Athens, 7-0.
And Tri-Valley is going to take over after a few first downs. Logan Bash is going to take the rock for 26 yards, but bringing him down on defense is Trey Williams. And on a 3rd and 5, Brock Farkas is going to connect with Logan Hiddle, but he's going to get pushed out of downs, but he's going to get the first down. And Bubby Scott's going to take this one in 4 plays later, tie the ball game up at 7.
And this down starts off on 1st and 25 after a sack on Burrow and a holding call, but Williams isn't shaken up. He takes this one for 14 yards. He ended up with 123 on the night on 23 carries. And 2 plays later on 3rd and 16, Burrow finds one of his favorite targets for the night, Heath Wiseman. The backup quarterback showed his worth at wide receiver tonight and ended up with 4 receptions for 46 yards, all on big plays. And Williams again going beast mode. All he's missing is the Skittles. 17-yard touchdown run. The point after is blocked. 13-7 Athens.
And on Scotty's second drive, Farkas is going to find Hiddle once again, but a roughing the passer call will give the Scotties a first down. And on the very next play, Logan Bash once again is going to take this one 48 yards. Trey Williams nowhere in this Athens secondary, and now the Scotties lead 14-13.
And it looks like Tri-Valley calls the same play call on this next one. Logan Bash with the run, but Trey Williams is able to come up with a big stop, saving that touchdown.
And on a 4th and 15 after that first down, Farkas is going to go deep to Hunter Moeller. He's going to bobble this ball. Looks to be a completion, but refs rule incomplete and turnover on downs for the Scotties.
And, you know, that was a huge momentum shift. At the end of the first half, that's Burrow finding Ryan Lerman for the first time, and then Burrow finds Adam Lerman for this touchdown. 16 yards with 10 seconds left to make it 19-14 going into the half. And like I said, that touchdown was a big momentum shifter going in, and it ended up being 41-20 Athens.
So the journey was a little bit different, but the end result was same in the sequel as it was in the original. Athens wins, and Ali, you can really feel that momentum shift after halftime in the second half.
That's right. And you know, the offense was capitalizing as usual, but the momentum was thanks to defensive stops. Athens did a much better job on defense this year. Coach Ryan Adams told me this week that their focus was run D because it felt like the Bulldogs gave up 3, 4, 5 yards and a cloud of dust on every play last year. Cutting down that Scotties offense from 52 points last year to 20 this year was huge.
You know, Nathan, Tri-Valley has had a dominant run game this entire season, but when you're trailing a team like Athens, it's hard to, you know, pick up your momentum and keep this game going. And the Scotties, they lost that momentum after that possible touchdown, and the Athens Bulldogs, they marched down the field to score before heading into the locker room, and the Scotties just bit off a bit more than they could chew during the second half.
Now, Anthony, Tri-Valley really can't hang their heads. They played really well, and this Athens team, obviously something special. I mean, Tri-Valley in any other year could have gone to the regional finals as well.
You know, they looked very well during the beginning of this game. They had a 19-play drive that ate up 6 minutes on the clock, and they scored that game at 7. Then Athens missed that extra point. Then Bash took the rock for 48 yards, and they led 14-13. You know, but this slowly slipped out of the fingers. But, you know, it's still a job well done by this Tri-Valley team.
Once again, obviously a great season for the Scotties. It comes to an end. Meanwhile, Ali, the Bulldogs, they move on to the regional finals. They're playing against the Sales. This is the same round they got to last year when they got knocked out by Marion Franklin. What do the Bulldogs need to do to keep winning now?
Well, Athens just needs to keep on rolling. What was most impressive from this game was how Athens' offensive superstars got it done on both sides of the ball. Trey Williams came up with some big tackles, and Joe Burrow caught an interception. These guys have played both sides all year, but they rarely had to play a complete game due to blowouts. This stamina can't be overlooked.
Now, Allie, quick prediction here. I need a score in this next game against DeSales.
Well, DeSales is a lot like Athens. You know, they love to get it done on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm going to have to say it's going to be a shootout, 52-46, but Athens is going to get the win.
Athens will go to the Final Four then. Great game. Again, the Redux of Athens and Tri-Valley. Guys, thanks a lot.